Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking Friday. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me on this stream again. Sorry, I'm just trying to place where my stuff should be. That should be fine, I think. Alright, I'm back with you. Thanks for joining, guys. Who do we have in chat? I see a couple of folks, couple of usual suspects. Thank you for joining, really appreciate it. Hey OM, right on time. First on the list, Calvin, caught me red-handed. Yes, we are live finally. We are live again. How's it going, Tom? Let's have some fun indeed. Hey Geek Squad. Hey HUD, glad to see you here again. How are you guys doing? Hey NL, you back indeed. I hope you guys can hear me. I think you should be. Even if you don't have transcoding. Twitch is hating on me again. Mission Impossible type music. Yeah, building up the hype. Hey Alex, were you snow running with Jack? Sorry you couldn't drop by. I was trying out Derail Valley. Overhaul. It's good. Excited to start a new series on it. I'll share more details as we go along the stream. Arianus, how are you, man? Glad you could join. Thanks, everyone. You have to be a sub to use them. You can unlock them with points, I think. Rainy at the moment. Ooh, how's the temperature nowadays? It's what is it? End of spring? Nobody here but us chickens. The man, the myth, the legend. Hey Patrick, welcome back. How are you? 6th of June, you have a flight again. Congrats. Wow, that's awesome. Happy for you. Did your salary have to stop at any point, or was the government able to take care of it the entire time? And are you getting into simulators again? Like the full-blown ones, not just the desktop ones. Excited for you, man. That's great news. Messed the spelling up. Are you part of Malaysia? No, we are very close to them. We're in the south side of it, so regionally, yes, it's part of the same island. But in terms of borders, country territories, it's a different country altogether now. Since you woke up 16 minutes ago specifically for the stream, well, glad you made an alarm for it. Let's go and load up the game. Three to five, you have real simulators. Nice. I'm sure all that time in the tow list will pay dividends for you. Alright. As usual since last week, I will turn off my beautiful face and chat for now, just so we can focus on what mods I have, because we have a massive map combo. So if anyone is going to ask about the combination of maps we have, oh, we have duplicate sounds. There you go. We have, starting from the bottom of the list, we have Southern Region 8.0 beta. This is what we tested in last week. And now Promods 2.46 is here. You guys might have seen the video I released yesterday. And I shared a couple of tidbits there, some drama. You can get some popcorn and get free entertainment while reading the forums. We can go through that today because there has been a lot more discussions on that. There have been a lot more discussions on it. The same thread. Lots. Last time I checked, there were 3 pages. Now there are 9. And then we have Rust Map 2.1, together with the St. Petersburg rebuild, I think, or however you call it. And then we now have the new. In case you don't have it yet, make sure to download that. That's a separate file. Promods 2.46 and Rust Map 2.1 Road Connection. This guy here. I also have RowX 2.6. and the ROX 2.6 and Southern Region 8.0 road connection, as well as the ROX and RusMap road connection, as well as the ROX and Promods 2.46 road connection version 2. The list just keeps on adding. And then I have the Middle East add-on and the trailer and company packs. I have files mod here. And we are going with the Scania today, the same Scania R that we got, that we drove in the previous previous days in the YouTube channel. And if you're not familiar with the YouTube channel, exclamation point, YouTube gets you there, right? And Natural Lux is enabled for me. I'm in the closed beta branch, so I am fortunate enough that I can manipulate the files on my own. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for the public branch. So I am on 1.37, but I have access to Natural Lux. And then I have the Eurasia, the background map by Beng & J, colored by Pau Kerkir. I got that right now. All right. And also, you can see the Jawa Barat Pro here, but I don't have it enabled. That's a standalone map. I think it's taking shape. It looks really, it's an Indonesian map. We're not going to feature it today, but some of you might be curious. But yeah, it looks very much like Indonesia, but it's quite small right now, and I'm waiting for more updates so that we can explore it better. Right now, it's like a sneak peek. Okay, so I will bring back my face, get back to chat, and we will load up the game. Hopefully, it doesn't crash. If McDonald's has porridge for breakfast, I think there was, or there is, but we've never ordered it. Because in the Filipino culture, well, where I'm from, you only eat porridge when you're sick. So, my dad is like pure Filipino. My mom has Chinese background. So, my mom likes porridge, but my dad doesn't, because my dad has more the Filipino roots that you eat porridge only when you're sick. So that's always been a funny thing, and he would always look at my mom like differently when she likes to order some porridge. Oh, Southern Region has been officially released today. Nice. It's good to hear, Alex. Did the version change? Crap, well, I don't have that version. Hopefully nothing major changed, and otherwise I'll have to re-download it. There you go. HUD answered it for you. Malaysia's does, Singapore's doesn't. Thanks for the clarification. Shows how little I know of porridge. Renault Range T. I will definitely go back to the Renault Range T when a decent sound mod comes up. Whether EVR, Krish Boom, Z mod, one can hope. But right now, I think we'll have to wait. There are some new X road connections too. What? Newer than what I have? I can't believe this. I'm always behind, even if I check it day by day. What new stuff are there? Thanks for the link, Alex. Softball for what states everyone wants added after we get Idaho and Colorado. Wyoming, Montana, then Kansas. Good to know. Indonesia map 1:1. Actually, I'm not really sure. I don't think so. The places look very close to each other. But I'm not sure what the scale is. I don't think it's 1:1 though. But don't quote me on that. So, here is the map. You might have seen it in the video. As I mentioned, the background is done by Bengan. Colored by Pau. I'm going to call him Pau because I can't pronounce the entire name. And it works mostly, but it's not fully compatible with Promods yet because some parts are, and this is the major drama. This is the biggest topic of them all right now in the mapping community. Because Promods decided to adjust where the Middle East is. And because that is done only in the newest Promods 2.46 Middle East version, the background map that Bengan did doesn't align, and so you can see the Middle East is in the middle of the sea. What sea is this, guys? You guys know better than I do. Yeah. So And there is a whole like 10 pages or 9 pages worth of debate whether Middle East should be moving to the right, should the background be moving to the left. And it's a very technical discussion, but we'll try to go through it today. Should the UK be changed? Because I think even the UK is not exactly aligned. But yeah, we'll go through it. No worries, Alex. What's the version now? 8.1? Just wishing they would finish Spain. Well, I don't think they'll be doing any Spain areas at the moment. It wouldn't make sense because Iberia DLC is coming out soon. Hey Ninja Squirrel, welcome back. How have you been? 4 viewers, really? Wow. I count more than 4, but if Twitch says so. Upgrading to an RTX 2080 Super in less than 3 months. Wow, congrats, man. Happy for you. It's amazing. Hey, Watch Juke City, welcome back. How have you been? Thanks for joining. Mediterranean Sea, thank you guys. I know you know better than I do. Still 8.0, but there was a new download. Okay, some bug fixes. Okay, I think we should be fine. As long as it doesn't crash, some floating trees shouldn't be a major game breaker. We are currently in Barcelona. And we are making our way anywhere. The goal is to take the farthest job possible. We probably won't finish within the day, but I just want to take the farthest and finish it eventually. So we can take that. That's 2,900 kilometers. Or do we find something that is farther? Going to Spain. Ideally, I would either want to go to Iceland or... Wait, am I in the right spot? Is that Iceland? Yes. Iceland or... Because the labels are wrong as well. That must be the background map conflict. Because Faroe Islands is over here and Iceland is over here. But the text is not aligned. Anyway. So we can... I would ideally want to go either to Iceland or to Russia or to the Middle East. France in summer of 2018. Nice. Which parts of France did you go to? Hey Cold, how's it going? Glad you could join today. 2 viewers. It's a right minus wrong thing. Barcelona to Svalbard. Ooh, that sounds good. Is that the one we saw? Sundsvall. Well, doesn't go that far, but we can find something maybe. But the one Manresa can only go up to Karlskrona. From 2, as it said, to 22. Ooh, nice. Now it's working a bit. Can go past the UK as well. Paris Disneyland, nice. Glad you enjoyed. I missed somebody. Hades, hello. How are you? Reykjavik to Iraq or Jordan as well. Yes. You guys want that? Let's see what the farthest job is from Reykjavik. Palermo. Doesn't go far enough, but that one looks good. Goes all the way to Ukraine. You know what? Let's go and find the longest job possible. Let me save that. What I'll do is I'll change the gameplay settings. Preferred job length maximum. Rain probability, make that little, just 1 notch to the right, like so. Okay, and detours, I don't like detours. Remove that totally. And I think that is good to go. I'll save it again and then we'll do an economy reset so we get new jobs. There you go. And let's reload it. Sounds good. Starting in Iceland, passing through the UK and Central Europe, and then passing through some part of Russia maybe, or maybe we'll see. But yeah, all the way to the Middle East or Russia. As soon as tethers came out, I turned them off. I should have done the same. I always keep forgetting. Yeah, I would want to drive through the UK again. Pass through London. Say hello to Jack. Drive through the Netherlands. Sounds good. We'll try. Hey Morog. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm missing some messages, guys. I'm trying to catch up. Feel free to type them again or copy paste them if I missed something. Good idea for something different for YouTube. Ooh, spill the beans. And looks like they decided to map the GPS again, so it's going to take a few minutes. I see my CPU working. So I have your undivided attention. 10-hour stream incoming, exactly. Oh yeah, we'll say hello to OM too. Staff gave you a Cyclops toy. Oh, how nice of them. That's good. Did your fear of flying go away? Lessen? Or is it still there? Beautiful trip, I can imagine. If we get this thing to load, that is. Ah, I see, Calvin. Yes. That is something I am still trying to combine or trying to brainstorm. Not only farm sim, but do an end-to-end thing. Include train simulator, flight simulator, truck simulator, maybe even farming simulator. Take one load from the farm, maybe put it to a depot, deliver it across some states, some countries, deliver it to an airport. Plane takes it, cargo plane, to a different country, maybe from Europe to America or US to Europe. Something like that. Are we still live? My entire screen just blinked. Okay, I think we're good. And it's still raining. Perfect. Stop raining, you fool. Alright. Let's go and look at the... And of course I lost my trailer because we did a reset. Let's get my trailer back here. Hey Silver! How are you, man? Glad you could join at this late hour. But yeah, that entire thing, that entire connection is kind of challenging. So we'll see if we can manage. Oh, how about that? 5,000 kilometers land distance plus 1,000 ferry distance. But it's urgent. I don't like urgent jobs. They rush me too much. Anyway, we can do. That's going to Russia. So in that sense, we are going through Iceland, the UK, Belgium, Germany, Poland. Is this Ukraine? Ukraine. And then Russia. And that is in the southern region, actually. Wow. Logitech G27, yes. That's great that you managed to fly, HUD, before all of this happened. I don't have reshade. I turned it off, but I have the anti-aliasing tweaks. Good. Alright, let's do this. What is a frozen hake? Is that some kind of fish? Varenikovskaya or Nevinomisk. And what we can do... I think that one looks good, although we might have gone there, Nevinomisk. Either way, I guess it's fine. Let's go with that. Hake is a fish, okay. Go to Reykjavik. That's the one. Kia is here. Looks like the job is over on this side. Okay. Cheater! Okay. 24-hour stream. I won't last that long. Let's turn off the audio here. I hear some good sound. Ah, Cold. Hey, man. Thanks for the resub. 2 months now. Appreciate it. Wowzers. Thank you. Really. That's the wrong thing that I disabled. That's the late music. It should be UI music. I turn off. Alright. We're good to go. This is our truck. I noticed that a lot of people liked it in the YouTube channel, so I figured let's go ahead and drive this more because it looks well dang good. Blue and white, my colors. And this paint job I really like. This is also in the mods list, of course. Anyway, also going with this truck because this is RJL. This has cast fixes and Krishboom sound. V8 open pipe sounds. Oh, Hake. Pronounce it just the same as fake. Thank you. Not familiar with it. Not sure if I've eaten it before. Maybe it's called differently in different countries? I don't know. No idea. Right, let's go and park this thing. Something interesting about Super Circuit Breaker. Oh, do tell. Yes, that's our term for lockdown here in Singapore. For those who are not familiar with it. Engine might have died. Sec, I'll be back shortly. Ooh, that's an amazing parking. Didn't think it would go that well, that straight. We're going from Reykjavik to somewhere in the southern region of Russia. Don't ask me to pronounce it again, because I cannot. Starts with an N. Alright, let's go and reset the trip here. We'll see our fuel economy as we go. If you're not familiar, there's a key binding to reset your trip. Just look for it in the key binding section. And let's stay there in that view. Oh really? That's also an acronym for really nasty curse word in Hokkien. So did someone make a joke out of it, a meme out of it? What is the advantage using RJL? RGL, or you mean RJL? Well, RJL is a prominent modder. He's one of the best out there, although he's not active anymore. He basically just makes it compatible for the latest version, and it doesn't have the fastest turnaround time. But his truck is very famous because it's a Scania first and foremost, and because it's very well done. Has lots of options and works very well. So if you're driving a Scania, come on, he's going to stop in front of me. I think we did something wrong, guys, because as early as now we're getting caught by the police already. There you go. Does anyone know where these gear shifting sounds come from? Are they SES vanilla? Because I like them. And they're not getting cut off. I think I asked Drive Safely and he said it's not part of sound fixes. Or is it now? I don't know. Exactly what Alex said. Hey Jakob. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome back. Welcome to Iceland, guys. There was a guy who kept requesting for a 5,000 to 6,000 kilometer journey, and I told them once Promods is back and it works with the map mods, the other map mods, then we will take a trip. So I like the idea, and here we are. Some sounds for the Renault Range T. Nice. Who was it made by? Is that the one by Robinicus? Are those new sounds by sound fixes? New wind sounds? Interesting. Might be, huh? You think I was going to let that pass by? No sirree. Bridges and me, we have a deal. Ooh, look at that guy, just relaxing there. Weather is very nice in Reykjavik, but I think that will change soon if we are passing by. No, actually the north side of Iceland is what's more icy, right? The southern one is more like this. Start of the trip, when the truck was still whole. Before and after shot. The classic XL by John Ruda. Oh yes, definitely. Definitely. So good. When I'm thinking of driving an American truck, that's the #1 truck I have in mind. Next is the K100E by Overfloater, and next is the 389 by Viper. Parts of Iceland are being reworked by a new developer for Promods. Oh, that's great to hear. I'll be excited to check it out again soon. "4,000 screenshots." Yeah, for sure we'll not be able to finish the job today, but I'm hoping to record some videos and continue there. Post them in YouTube. 4,000 toenails. I have 20 toenails right now. By my count. Man, that's a nice view, isn't it? Beautiful. This is what map combos were made for, these long journeys. Full storage after this, oh no. So what truck have you been driving recently, guys? I know Alex has been busy. Oh, and for those who are in the VTC, in our virtual trucking company, or would like to join, !VTC gets you the URL. We have a new one, the clumsygeek.vtlog.net. All professional sounding and stuff. Deleted almost 2,000 of them. Oh no! Did you upload them somewhere first? Those are amazing screenshots, I'm sure. Lots of Sierra Nevada and Chihuahua screenshots there. Drive half as part 1 for YouTube. Yeah, we'll do this as long as we can, and when the stream finishes at 11 my time, Then I'll continue the rest on YouTube. RH10 Scania R. Yeah, the K100E by Overfloater, that's a classic. And it's super optimized, so that's my number 1 or number 2 truck. Can't decide yet if I like that better versus John Ruda's Classic XL. The only thing I don't like about John Ruda's Classic XL is it's not the most optimized truck, so it is a bit frame heavy, and I have to be careful of where I go and what mods I enable. With Overfloater's K100E, I can throw anything at it and I'll basically have amazing FPS. But the customization with John Ruda is just wowzers. Some parts of Promods looks quite outdated. Yeah, they're still working on increasing that, on reworking the older areas. Doing a pretty good job at it. Hey Tulenk, sorry, I'm not sure if I pronounced it that right, but welcome to the stream. Let me know if you prefer to be called differently. Maybe call you Tal, that's okay. Nice bridge. Can we take a screenshot, guys, pretty please? Sorry. 2 out of 4,000. Figures why you would like a Renault. Silver. Home truck. There's a real life trucker you watch on YouTube and he drives a Classic XL. Oh, nice. Can you mimic his truck using John Ruda's Classic XL? That would be the feels. I know that would feel amazing. That's what I did when I was watching, well, I'm still watching Premier 1 driver, the pilot who flies a Premier 1A. So when that plane became available in X-Plane, I did my best to copy his livery, fly like he does. Oh, amazing feeling. Great to hear, Geek Squad. Hey Sonoma, sorry if I forgot to greet you, if I missed some people. Sorry guys. Trying to catch up. Glad you guys made it. If you haven't seen, I think Sonoma, you've been here for a few minutes already, right? So you probably were here when we took the job. But for those who just joined, welcome. We are taking a very long journey. I think the longest one I've been in. 5,000 plus kilometers land distance, plus 1,000 kilometers ferry distance. So all in all, around 6,000 plus. We probably will not finish in this stream, but I'll finish it one way or another. At least I'll try to. And I'll record the entire thing, post everything on YouTube. No online convoy. Just exclamation point VTC. You can do jobs, you can apply, and your jobs will get logged in our Discord server. If you haven't joined yet, exclamation point Discord. And VTlog got a massive update recently. Better logs, better integration. Some bugs still there, but they're being worked on. That guy was inside his engine. No wonder he's stuck. Oh, that must have hurt. Yikes. Yarr! Is he someone familiar? How was your snow running session, Jack? Sorry you couldn't drop by. Classic XL has a black hood and the rest of the truck is white. Nice. Ireland is still so better than the base map. I don't think there's even an Ireland in the base map. We prefer them to expand than rebuild. Yeah, that's true. It's a bit hard, but thankfully the Promods team is growing, so maybe they're doing those things in parallel. He loves his engine, exactly. There you go, VTC log, VTC link. Rubbish. Spoken like a true Englishman. What issues did you encounter? Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I don't know why. I love those trees and railings on the side. That was very scenic. Yeah, I wish they would rework some of the older areas, SES, like Belgium, Holland, Switzerland, Austria, and the UK especially. Hey EK, glad you made it. Welcome back. Even the Scandinavia highway intersections are quite repetitive, yes, because that's been still, it's quite old already, Scandinavia DLC. Through the messages. Awesome Geek Squad. Alex, if you have access to Discord, can you quickly check if the Discord thing works now? Because now it should work again. That when someone applies to the VTC, we get a notification in our moderator channel. 5 billion. Mr. 5 billion. What problems were you encountering, Jack? Okay, we stick to 18 here. So far, fuel economy has not been that good, but it's getting better, much better. Falling now. City up ahead. Try to slow down here bit by bit. Thanks a lot, Alex. Notifications are working. Woohoo! Awesome job. So I'll send my regards to Blah and what's the name of the developer? Fabian? Oh, sorry. Might have remembered wrong. Great to hear that it's working again. So we should get a notification that someone applied, and when you approved it, we should get a notification in the members channel that we got a new member. Hey Pro Ninja, yes, doing good, thank you. Thanks for checking. Hope the same for you. Is that Jack's farm? Oh, I'm starting to miss farming, so that. Very nice. Looks like you can pick up a job from there as well. Goodness, that sucks so bad, Jack. My goodness. How ironic, huh? Epic. Thanks, Calvin. Looking forward to it. Woohoo! New member notification works as well. Great. Love this integration. World of Trucks mod? No, this is not a World of Trucks job, if that's what you were asking. World of Trucks doesn't work with map mods, unfortunately. Stick to 50 here. I don't want tipping over this early in the game. Cyprus to Iceland. Oh yeah, this is the other way around. A bit different. Epic fail. Oh, what do you know? It still classifies. Oh my goodness. Love this part of Iceland. The northern part I don't like so much. It's too snowy for my taste. But this one, wow, this scenic views all throughout. Oh, and doesn't Promods have this region thing nowadays? When you move to a different country or border, you get that pop-up. Let's see how many times you can get that pop-up going in this trip. Oh yeah, I remember that, Silver. I remember you sharing your photo in the hot springs, right? That's cool. Oh crap. Slow down. Little bit of retarder action. A lot of retarder action. There you go. Awesome stuff. Can we refuel? Do we need to? I guess we can still go forward. We can afford to be going forward first. Hey Rohan! 75! How have you been doing? Play anything lately? Hey, Kamaste! Thanks for dropping by. Just dropping by for bedtime. Appreciate the effort. How are you? It's a Scandinavian Fuso. Oh yeah, I haven't been able to test the Fuso yet. Can't even get SnowRunner to run. So it's just snow now? No running? Oh my goodness. Oh, it wasn't a hot spring, but 4-degree water. So it was a cold spring. My goodness. How did you survive that? Yeah. Krishbom's DC engine. That's this one, right? Or is that the other one? The L6 one? DC-13? The, how do you say, normal sounding engine? Haven't been playing games lately. What? What have you been doing with your life? So wasteful. We're actually doing something productive. Shame on you. Was never a fan of this Scania, but Krishbom's DC just engine sound converted you. Krishbom made me convert into a lot of things. Nowadays, I base what truck I drive based on what engine sounds there are. So if someone releases a Renault Magnum sound, I'm going for it. A decent one, that is. And if someone releases a great truck, I will have my reservations about it if they're only using default sounds. So that's become an unwritten rule for me at the moment, because I really want to get that audio experience. The normal sound engine, I see, yeah. Very nice. Hey, wise man. Glad you made it, man. Any farming recently? Or are you like me? Haven't touched the farm in a long time. I think the server actually expired already. I think the last day of the server was the 18th. And we decided that we are going to not renew it for now, because we have plenty of other games to try out anyway. My goodness, this looks so good. So even without a bridge, I'm going to make an exception. I'll take a photo right here. Can't survive one day without technology. Before, I would have said I would be able to. Nowadays, I think I am hooked as well, so I'm on the same boat as you, probably. Although if you give me a decent book, I might be able to survive. It's been a while since I read books though. My goodness, that's beautiful. It's only getting affected in that distance by the render distance limitation of the graphics engine, but still, Amazing. You've been binging Modern Family more than farming. Nice. That's a good trade. Love that series. We're still watching Good Place right now. We are in season 3 now, and it's getting better and better. I'm liking the story. It's a bit shallow at times, but it's the twists keep us hooked. It's not as straightforward as it seems. Put too many E's. No worries. I read it just fine. I was so hyped when you saw the number. What number? Oh, 52. Wow. Did we reach that high? Wow. Thank you guys. Welcome to the stream. And if you're enjoying the stream, you might enjoy the YouTube channel as well. !YouTube, where I post my daily videos, and all the stream footage are there as well in high definition, 1440p, 60 fps-ish. Thank you everyone for joining. This is one of the silver linings of the lockdown. We are all stuck at home, so we have more chances of hanging out together. I'll beat you one day. Oh, dream on, Jack. Dream on. That will not happen. I tried. Never. Exactly. Rohan knows the lesson by now. It's getting dark pretty quick. The file sizes are humongous, yes. They reach around 30 gigs, 30 gigs. So my hard drive fills up very fast. At this point, I can only retain footage for like a month and I have to delete it already. But since I upload everything to YouTube anyway, they're still somehow preserved, albeit not at perfect quality. And why is it getting dark? Don't tell me it's raining again. It is. It seems to be raining. For sure, Alex is about. Confirmed, Alexo is here. We're doing a 1.9k mile trip in ATS. Enjoy. Long haul trips really are quite fulfilling. They give you that experience that you don't get in the short haul ones. Like you're going on a road trip. Road narrows is what I understood from that. Road sign we just passed. Not so sure though. Oh yes it does. Yes, I think it does in that way. 30 gigs, yes. And that's not even the highest quality. That's like semi-medium quality. I'm sure if Jay is here, he would have much bigger file sizes. Because he likes recording in the top end of things. We still have fuel? Kinda-ish. Let's risk it. Oh, fuel economy is getting better, guys. 33.6 now. Nice. Which edition? Well, I have all the map DLCs. That's what you were asking. So this is the base plus all the thingies. Not sure if that made much sense. Can't figure out the... Hey Frisky Panda, welcome. Can't figure out gearbox in D-pad. What do you mean? It doesn't work, or you don't know how to operate the truck? Because initially I had the same problem. No idea how to shift the truck. We overloaded the VTC. Blah, help. I would like a leaderboard in there. there is a leaderboard, but I wish we could like reset it every month, you know. So every month we would have a leaderboard, and we could go and do jobs, and at the end of the month we could do like a prize for someone. You know what the prize would be? 2 thumbs up or something. But I have that would be a great incentive for us to truck more. Ooh, stutter. First one. I have to pay attention to my GPU memory. We're currently at 6 gigs. When that gets to 7, I might have to restart the game just to clean up the buffers and stuff to make it work, to set it up. Maybe you can find some tutorials in YouTube. If you have some specific issues or problems, you can let us know here. We'll try to help. Not sure if anyone has a G920, but it should work fairly similarly with the other Logitech steering wheels, G29 and G27. And G25 for one guy over here. Yeah, 75. Exactly. Trucksbook has a monthly leaderboard. Yeah, I wish VTLog would add some kind of like that. But yeah, Trucksbook is too much of an extra hassle for me. You need a separate app. Doesn't have Discord integration. So we tried it for a short time, but I like VTLog better. It's more seamless. Just doesn't have all the functionalities yet, but I'm sure they'll get to it. Yeah, so we'll try to help you out, Frisky Panda, but we need more info. What do you mean having trouble setting it up and making it work? Like connecting the cables, installing the software, making it recognized in the game, or yeah. You're using the G29 and the orange wheel button is perfect for a retarder. I'm trying to imagine it. Where is that orange wheel button? Like smack in the middle? So I have a G27. I don't have that. Oh, the plus and minus button. Yeah, okay, I can imagine it now. Yeah, that's perfect. Nice. Yeah, you can easily increase and decrease retarder there. Yeah, I think if when my wheel ever breaks, I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, I replace it with a G29. And even though the G29 looks more like a toy, in terms of buttons, it's much more practical. Screenshot area coming up ahead, but I don't think we'll be stopping by. That thing over there. Is this the one with the waterfalls? Man, I love the color of the water here. So unique. Amazing. That's the one. Nice. What is a potentiometer? It's the first time I've heard that term. That was where you took a bath. Oh, hey Silver. Wow, those waters sure are cold, huh? 4 degrees. What time of the year was that? What season was that? Don't tell me that was summer. It was 4 degrees. The brake pedal you don't like. Oh, why? Is it too stiff? What a big surprise. I know, right, Alex? I love the color of the sky too, and the clouds. October is autumn. Right? Yeah, okay. That makes a bit of sense. No requirements on the DLCs or anything, Calvin. You can have the base game and you're fine. You can have any map mod and it should work. Just make sure to follow the directions. You'll have to install a plugin, but it's a one-time installation, and after that Ideally, you don't have to do anything else. It automatically logs your jobs for you. And if you guys go to the website, the clumsygeek.vtlog.net, I think, !VTC, you should get led to the company website. And in there, you can find a live map of everyone in the company driving. So you should be able to see me there if it's working. So we're moving across Iceland right here. 12 degrees. October is spring for you. Oh, southern hemisphere stuff. I still cannot get my head around that. You have a G920 and it's great. Oh yeah, the G920 looks much more realistic than the G29. Yeah, only thing is it doesn't have as many buttons as the G29 does. So if you can get around the looks of how toyish a G29 looks, it's a more functional wheel. Exactly, HUD. But the interesting thing, HUD, isn't it? We always have end of season sale here. Like, what season? Shopping season? School season? Okay, if you say so. Photo time before the bridge ends. Isn't it always winter in Iceland? The name says so itself. Just ordered a bunch of fans. Ooh, Noctua, nice. Are you continuing to build your new desktop now? Waiting for the GPU release from Nvidia or AMD? They say those will come out September 2020. Did you guys hear about that? Not sure if that's confirmed or just a rumor. But I'm really hoping that's the case. You got a contract you probably will not be able to deny in a pilot's life. Wow! Oh, not disclosed Oceania party gave you offer in pilot. Nice! Oceania? Is that Qantas? That's the only one I know in there. Or what is it? ANZ? Member of what OM? Of course, go ahead. Go BioBreak or something. OM. Gathering your needed remaining parts. Nice. What else are you missing? It's good that they can start delivering those again. The Noctuas are amazing fans. If those were available here, I would have ordered that. If ever my fan gives out, I'll probably replace it with that one. Oh no, too fast. Approaching this a bit too fast. There we go. GPU. SATA SSDs, more fans, fittings, fan hubs. Nice. Qantas, Virgin, Jetstar of Air New Zealand, or Air New Zealand. Wow! Looks like Oceania really likes you. Oh yeah, I haven't looked at my offers yet. Since I got promoted in the pilot's life, I haven't seen the new offers come in. I'll have to check. I would like to switch airlines so that we can fly in different parts of the world. I've been staying too much in the Philippines. Want more narrow lanes in ETS2? Well, there are narrow lanes. I mean, narrow roads if you want. I mean, like the highways are too wide? For me, not really. But then again, I don't have real life experience driving in European roads, so my input is not really valid. Oh. Another stutter. Oh no. I hope it doesn't continue. Yeah. Switch places. Australia to Philippines is still 6 hours though. But then again, I guess that's no problem for you. Whoa. Snow runner time. Yikes. That's Skybox, right? I know, right? Your namesake does it again. Each individual lane on most roads. Guy. Here we go, narrow roads. What has been my longest drive IRL? Ooh. I don't know the distance, but it's like 10 or 12 hours, I think, with a few stops in between. When you watch POV trucking videos, the road looks way narrower. Oh yeah, that's true. But I'm not sure if that's because of the camera. Like the field of view distorts things a bit versus the angle, or if it's the real thing. I'm not sure. What's wrong with the audio? Why? What happened? Hey, where was? Glad you made it, man. We are currently in Iceland, making our way east, all the way to the southern regions of Russia. Take a job in Aeroflot, wonderful liveries, and can visit Europe, Asia. Oh, in Shystans. I like the name. I got it somehow though. Yeah, the only cops that patrol in Iceland, they caught me. Exactly, I think it's more field of view than the actual width of the lanes. But I'm not sure. We should ask a real life trucker. Arias might have some inputs. If he joins, we can ask him. But then again, Arias is a mapper himself, so the width of the lanes that he puts in his roads must be pretty realistic. Clumsy trucker incoming. Something is messed up for you. Crackly and mad. Could it be the engine because it's crackly? But I'm missing the thing, guys. What was it? Oh, this is not the flapping. Or is it? Sorry, got confused. Is this the crackle variant? You guys remember the one with like the flapping sound? Or is that a different thing? But I'm still missing the after you let go of the pedal like this. That is still the sound I'm missing. That was cool. Now sound is normal. Oh, Twitch being twitchy. What a surprise. Having any special lunch for today? That's a good question, Hunt. I am not sure. I might just prepare some salad later. Or me and Miss Clumsy might order from somewhere. Usually the decision gets made when we're really hungry, so it's not hard to choose. Speaking of food delivery, I was so frustrated last night. Wait a minute. V8 tunnel sounds, guys. Beautiful. My goodness, that was epic. Not epic fail, just epic. Not Jack's epic. Yeah, speaking of food delivery, my goodness, so frustrated last night. We ordered food after working out, so we joined this like virtual workout session that has been becoming popular these days to support our favorite instructors. And afterwards, of course, we were hungry, right? And we were looking for food delivery. We found some, we ordered, and then I hate it when it happens. After a few minutes, the order got tagged as delivered. So I was like, no, it's not. It's not here. So I waited a couple of minutes, 10 minutes, nothing happened. So I got in touch with support. And then they told me, oh, go check outside your house. Maybe they left it. No, it's not. It's not there. Okay. Then they called the driver. I'm not sure if they really called him or if they just waited a couple of minutes and got back to me. And they told me, oh, they'll be there in 10 minutes. Okay, fine. Then they might have just accidentally pressed the delivered button or whatever it is. Okay, understood. Then we wait 10 minutes, nothing. Fine. Maybe traffic. Maybe a few delays. We wait 20 minutes. Still nothing. And then we contact support again. And after the second time I contacted support, they couldn't reach the driver anymore. So it seemed like the driver ran away with our food and maybe ate it themselves. Maybe the food looked so good, couldn't resist, and just ate it and went AWOL. So after more than an hour of waiting, no food after working out. So you can imagine how hungry we were. Oh my goodness. You can see how hungry the truck is now. This is bad. Thankfully, we were able to order from our favorite local bar a few minutes away, and they delivered just like in 20 minutes or so. Yeah. Tempted by tequila. He probably took a shot and couldn't drive after that. That sound is still coming. Okay. Old lady turbo discharge sound. That's the one, yes. I am waiting for that. That's amazing. Take a job with EasyJet. Full Airbus fleet. Oh yeah, EasyJet. I rode with EasyJet in real life. Once. From Paris to Venice, I think. Close the windows. Finally rained, just as we're about to run out of fuel. Yeah, scumbag driver. Well, I'm just hoping that they're safe, even if I hate them. I'm hoping they weren't in an accident or anything serious. I'm just hoping maybe they ran away with the food. I'm happy with that, but I hope nothing bad happened. But I'm assuming they just ran away or just got lazy or something came up. Best thing you can do is not use delivery platforms. Yeah, the best is to get in touch with the restaurants direct, because I heard these delivery platforms really take a huge cut, like I don't know, 30% of the price, something like that, on top of the delivery fee. So the restaurants are really losing a lot with that. So if there's a way you get in touch with the restaurant directly, they'll like that better if they are capable of delivering themselves. I heard, I'm not sure if this is true, that Google Pay has that feature now. So it lists down the restaurants that can deliver to you directly, and then you select it, and then it just gives you like a contact number. So it's like a directory, like yellow, the new yellow pages kind of deal. Is there a fuel station nearby? Because I am cutting it really close. Yikes, that looks scary. I see a repair shop there. Yeah, the local bar. Full support there. We order like 2 to 3 times a week from them. Even if we've basically like almost used up all the food or went through all their menu. Still love the food. And the drinks, of course. Let's go and sleep here. Yeah, that's true, Hut. Singaporean customer service. I have to say, it's not the strongest suit. You don't feel very special. 4 hours, 54 minutes. Oh my goodness. Pizza may not be the greatest after the workout. You go the meat route. Yeah, well, we were ordering some... What were we ordering? It's a good question. I think we were ordering local food. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. I see a fuel station nearby. Ooh, I wish I just stopped there instead. And we are actually... Wow, that was quick. We have almost reached the end of Iceland. Time to move on to the Faroe Islands. And then beyond. Has anyone tried Fred Scania? I've always used RJL Scania. But Fred has payware Scania R. Not sure if it's good. I looked at the website a bit. But I decided not to buy it in the end. Want to know what your inputs are. For those who tried it. Too late. Now everybody's hungry. Don't use food delivery. They'll be hungry for a longer time. We ordered carbonara once. We got it. Had so much black pepper. Dark brown, oh my goodness. Maybe that's really how they make their carbonara. Are we passing by Glasgow? Maybe. Is Glasgow in Scotland? Fred Scania is amazing. Oh, really? It's better than the RJL one. I suppose it should be since it's payware. Do you have any like specific... What makes it better, maybe, is a broader question. Config options, sounds, support. Oh yeah, the Ruta Scania T. I would like to. I'm probably waiting for EVR sounds first, and I'm hoping that will be compatible. Or if not, I'll do my utmost best to unlock EVR sounds and make it compatible with John Ruta's T. But if ever it is, I might get into it. It is a bit pricey, isn't it? I think it's $30 the last time I checked, or if I remember correctly. But that definitely is on my wish list. Krishbom uses it, so I guess it's good. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Fred Scania. We're making pizza with chicken tandoori in the night. Wow. That sounds yummy. Yeah, make that U-turn, bro. And don't run out of fuel before then. Why are they so fond of this kind of approach? I think something's wrong. Maybe there's a mod conflict with the maps. I don't know. I guess that guy supposedly is behind the car or inside the car, but some model is getting loaded. Looks like it's it has a sunroof or something. Krishman does a lot of custom sounds for paid mods. Ah, cool. You think he gets some cut from that? Would be a great sideline. How to change the font? You mean the digital thing? Change your language to Turkish. That would fix it. Not sure if there was an update since. If the bugs have been fixed already. I saw a couple of videos from the mod author, but they were in Turkish, so I didn't understand what the feature was. Trip to Pizza Express. Nice. That guy seemed so scared of me. He was like 100 meters away from where I was turning, playing it safe. No update yet. Okay, thank you. You guys let me know when there is, okay? I'd love to check it out again. Yeah, I can. I'm just too lazy. Yeah, I heard it's good, but I haven't really seen any particulars of why or what makes it good or better. Oh, I thought this was where we were crossing. Over there. Actually, I'm not sure how much it costs. Is that public? Is that shareable? The Facebook page can get quite aggressive if you check it. He sure doesn't mince words. Is that the expression? 3 degrees here. He has some trailers too. You mean Fred? Oh, I'm not sure. Can't remember. That's a very interesting point, Hud. The short answer is no, because I mostly stay home most of the time. So I don't get exposed to the local culture so much, unfortunately. My wife gets more exposed and she's the one who's teaching me. But she also is not very familiar with it yet. The Facebook page has a lot of drama, yes. Lots of banning happening. Lots of arguments. Very colorful. Oh, this is steep. What's your comment about that, Hud? What OM said? I'll let Hud comment on that. You know how to add engines to a truck mod? Yes. A little manipulation of the engine files does the trick. Yes, I wish we could get 19 degrees here. Exactly. That's the one. That would be winter here in Singapore. Oh my goodness, I can only imagine 19 degrees. I'm like, oh, so cold, so nice. It's amazing how people are different, huh? and then put us in 0 degrees or lower, and we would be trying to put on as many layers as possible to no effect. I still remember the first time that I was exposed to winter in Cincinnati, in the US. Oh my goodness, 0 degrees. And I tried to prepare as much as I could. Bought some Uniqlo heat tech stuff, but nothing prepares you for the actual cold. It's like, oh, cold all over, can't do anything. And my colleagues are trying their best not to laugh, but they're failing miserably. They're just having so much fun at how much suffering I was going through. And they were giving me tips on what you do, like you move your toes so your toes don't freeze up, or I don't know, the tricks there. But for some of you guys, that's probably common knowledge. For us tropical folk, everything like that is totally new. Welcome back, Rohan. Did you have dinner? Clumsy in the cold, yes. Yikes. Loved it, but back to 32 every day now. Yes. There was this week in 2018 where the weather was 22 to 25. Oh, I think I remember that, yeah. It's like, where are we? So good. And people were coming out in jackets, right? Found an excuse to wear their jackets finally. For the first time in forever. Hot is 30 degrees and up. That's more like it. Hey Drew, welcome to the stream, man. And thank you for the follow, sir. Feel free to join us in chat. Join the fun. And we can welcome you more properly. Hey Da, welcome back. What have you been up to? Any biking adventures recently? And that is Iceland, ladies and gents. Probably mostly gents. Anyone welcome though. There you go. Fuel economy is not the best because we had to go through those ziggy-zaggy roads, but it should work. One sec, let me review where we should be going. Well, not like there's anywhere else to go. Yeah, let's pass by the UK. Oh, there actually is somewhere else to go to. Didn't know, is this new? You can actually skip the entire UK and jump straight to Denmark, but that would be such a waste. No. Let's go here. $40 degrees in summer. Yikes. And I think we have to restart the game, guys. If we're still live, everything flickered again. Saving it. Oh no, GPU memory is down to 6 gigs. Okay, we can resume. Hey Cheeto, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I missed you. Problem with the tropics is not the heat, it's more of the humidity. Yes, that's what they say. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. That border change. Welcome to the Faroe Islands, everybody. Hey, am I in the right spot? Yes, I am. Been doing some biking. Nice. Reopens in a couple of weeks. That's good news. 46 degrees in France. Wow. Well, that's hot. But maybe not as humid, huh? That's something else entirely. Loving these houses. Now, the Faroe Islands, if I remember correctly, is part of Denmark, is it? Please don't hate me if I got that wrong. Trying to remember what you guys have been teaching me. does look very, how do you say, Scandinavian? Drive on the left. Not yet, not yet. Still in Faroe Islands. Iceland to Denmark ferry was always a thing. Oh, really? Just was ignoring it all this time. Everything's still good, thanks Alex. Oh, I love that gurgling sound of the engine. Hey guys. Looks like no lockdown here. Tropical heat is the worst. 40 degrees dry, then 30 degrees humid. Oh yeah. I think I cannot relate so much because the only hot temperature I've experienced is humid hot temperature. I don't think I've experienced yet a high temperature that's what is the opposite of humid? Arid? Yeah, that's dry. So I cannot really tell by experience, but that's what all people say. Maybe I've already experienced high temperatures that are not humid. I just didn't think it was hot. Maybe that's the point. I didn't even know it was supposedly hot already in terms of degrees. Hey Mielaba, thanks for joining. Welcome to the stream. GTA 6 on the PS5. Missed the mark just by a hair. ETS2 on PC, close enough. You're melting up north. You're used to the cold and wet weather. Can't cope with the heat, yeah, I can imagine. I am the exact opposite. Well, I guess I am uncomfortable either way. Curb! And one more boat trip. This time to the north of Scotland. Is it? Let me review. And we should be driving on the left. And we should be prepared for some amazing sights ahead. Because from what I've seen, Scotland is beautiful. And let's go and follow the signs over here. Hey Waxdy, thank you for joining us, and thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Here's what to watch some ETS. Nice. You're right. You're in the right channel then. Thank you. If you can survive my voice, that is. Some people don't like the voice, and that's understandable. Now that one, I'm not sure if it's correct. That seems wrong, isn't it? Not perfectly aligned. That's probably what Bengan is complaining about. Bengan is the guy behind the background, and he is saying the UK from some point from the Calais border, I think, somewhere here. SES did some funky stuff with the scaling. I think UK is scaled 1:15 compared to everywhere else where it's 1:19. So SES did some strange thing here, and so our beloved modders have to adjust to it, and they have their own adjustment procedures. So Bengan did something, Promods did something, and they are not fully aligned, and that's why you see a little bit of shift in this map. That's the short version of it. That's why we are going to the water here. And I did not look where we should be going, but there's only one place anyway, so no problemo. Dry heat is horrific. You experience it in Israel. And I forgot to turn off the engine for 9 straight hours, so we were sitting in idle 9 hours inside a cramped space. Drive on the left. Welcome to Scotland. What language is that again, guys? This thing at the bottom, this yellow thing. There we go, Scotland. Yar? Is that how they talk here? You need more water. Yeah. And you're not been noticing it. Not used to it in Wales. Oh, we're from Wales. Nice. Stay on the left. Insert Welsh joke here. Insert Iveco joke there. You're used to dry heat since it's what Colorado and New Mexico gets. Ah, I see. I think in Florida it's more humid, isn't it? Your body loses more moisture when the air is dry. But the cooling effect of sweat is more effective. It's that way in airplanes, right? It's super dry. That's why they advise you to always hydrate very well. Hey, Union Bear. Welcome. How are you? Thanks for the host, Neil. Celtic, destroying the atmosphere with my engine. No, this thing has no smoke. Scottish Gaelic, that's the one, thank you. Alright, have a good night, Promods. Thanks for staying up with us. Hope you continue the recovery. Have a great weekend and catch you next week. Catch you in Discord. Trailer damage? What the heck? Sucks. Ah, beautiful. Exactly what I was hoping for. Open spaces, open green lush spaces. For you personally, the Scottish accent is quite hard to it's quite okay to understand. I think it depends on the level of the accent. There are some which I could, but there are some which are just absolutely gibberish to me. Right, man? A lot of people say Singaporeans are hard to understand even when you speak proper English. Yeah, I think as with anything else, the level of accents vary. The younger generation, when they speak English, the younger Singaporeans, when they speak English, I have no trouble understanding them. But the older generation, who have generally more like thicker accents, sometimes still have a hard time understanding. But yeah, if you're not exposed to it, it takes some getting used to. It's not fine for you. Like the Londonian one. Perfect English. Jack and OM might agree with that statement. Is this farm sim? That obviously does not. Oh my goodness. Is that French? No chance I can read that one. Yeah, the English of the younger generation I have no trouble understanding. But yeah, some of the like the senior citizens nowadays, if they speak English at all, they usually have thicker accents, and it's the same in the Philippines. Like my parents and the older generation, they have very thick Filipino accents. Even thicker than mine. And nowadays, when I hear the youngsters, yes, I can no longer classify myself as a youngster, unfortunately. They have very close to like, how do you say, American accent even. Very different sounding now versus how I sound. So, to the youngsters, my voice probably sounds very ancient. I guess that's just how it is. You're forced to learn Mandarin in school. None of you like to speak it. Oh, is it? Didn't know that was the general sentiment. Good to know. I know that they teach Mandarin because I have a few Filipino friends here who have been living here for a while, and they have kids who are studying here, and yes, even they are required to learn Mandarin. So the parents are somewhat forced to learn as well, which is a very useful tool nowadays that China is really starting to skyrocket up there. So it's a useful thing to have. AI car was flying. Oh, was it? I didn't notice. Goodness. Good eyes, guys. I wanted to take a photo of that little, how do you call it, hovel there. But this hill is getting in the way, so instead let's take a view shot of this beautiful view. That works just fine for me. Yep, we are in the UK now. Pictish regions. That's the one. Wow, I've been learning French. That's amazing. And it's great that when you're young you learn all these languages. It sticks much faster. It's harder to learn when you get older. Your brain is not so much sponge-like anymore. The map is awesome. Definitely agree. Don't have PC, so you're forced to play Truck Sim on Xbox. Ah, yeah. I know that one. Was it Truck Driver? Or I forgot the name of the game, but yes, I saw a video of it. Not very simulator-ish, but at least that's the best you can have in Xbox, so have to work with what you have. Field next to you needs some cultivation. Farmer wise man. Nice. Oh, that's as Scottish as it gets, I guess. Sorry guys. Photo. Because I want that, what do you call that? That tower in the background. You see the different languages. Yeah. Oh, that is magnificent. I love that. Didn't expect it to look that scenic. Now just to find the perfect angle. Narrower field of view so it doesn't distort the truck. That is nice, but it's not so dramatic. I think this one is more cinematic. Let me see if I can find that magic angle. Challenging, but that works fine for me. Rule of thirds, et voila. Your brain is very spongy. Spongy in a good way? Or in the opposite way now? Yours too. Must be all the 75 goodness. The banter among different regions. Yeah, they like making fun of each other, huh? Even if I don't understand what it's all about. Automobilista. What's that game all about anyway? Like, I guess it's like a haven for you, Alex. You get to really get into the details of the truck, the car's setup, I guess. Everything here is beautiful. So many photos I can take. Yeah. Remembering the preferences, that would be a lot of help. Actually, I can change the defaults there because even Natural Lux, as part of the mod, it changes some of the default values. So at the very least, you can manipulate that I just don't know how to do it. That clip of Jack crashing, where? In his Discord? Yikes. Yeah, since I prefer the blur all the way down, I should change the defaults there. Oh, I saw that, yeah, the one Blast shared. Yeah, Automobilista. People elsewhere don't like the capital. Yeah, I think that's a fairly common sentiment in different countries. Hey Lucy, welcome. We are currently in Scotland. We started in Iceland. We're making our way east, all the way towards Russia. We probably won't finish in this stream, but I'll finish it at some point in YouTube. Very good racing game, great physics and force feedback. If only racing games like me back. I was offered a key for a truck racing game at some point, I guess a year ago or so. I tried it out, I wanted to feature it, but I sucked so bad that I decided not to. It was just an embarrassment for my end. Such low reflexes. Yeah, bro. Braking too late. England created beer bellies, Wales gave birth to sheep, Scots created the whiskey nose, and the Irish created the iron. I like that. Vanilla Promods, I think those two terms don't mix, but yes, this is Promods. Reykjavik to Russia. Need a good PC to run well. If you play with the default, the vanilla stuff, it should not require such a good PC. But if you add all the mods, all the bells and whistles, then yes, it will be quite taxing. Yeah, exactly what Alex said. Average PC. Yeah, a lot of folks have built PCs because of this game. And a lot of folks have become real-life truck drivers because of this game. 50, that's miles, right? Yes, that's miles. Okay. I was half thinking I should slow down. Going back to the Renault sounds you have. Oh yes. Mod is a Steam Workshop mod called Realistic Renault T Sound by Momo. Oh, by Momo. Okay. Play truck cool. Ah, I see. Yeah, Momo likes to get sound from other people. I think they did that also before. I haven't tried that out yet though. It's 1.37 compatible. Maybe I'll have a look. I hope they got credit. They asked permission before they did that though. If they didn't, I might not feature it. Shooting Rohan. Scotland traded Rohan for Jack. If you could go with the desktop, if you don't need mobility, because it's much more flexible in terms of upgrades, adjustment to parts, more future-proof. You were a real-life truck driver. Oh, nice. Gave it up a couple of years back. Nice. So you're retired now? Awesome. What truck were you driving? '97 here. Wow. '90 should be fine. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Join us in chat if you like. And we can Rate you by name. Ah, you trained as an electrician. Nice. Cool. Do you like it better? Not being on the road as much? I can imagine those things can take a toll, especially if you have a family. Playing on 1.35 because you're lazy. Ah, okay. So the last time you checked out that mod was 1.35? Maybe it doesn't work anymore on 1.37 then. My fuel economy is still not good even though we've been driving on the highway. Must be because I'm driving a V8. Volvo FH and a DAF XF. Cool. These trees look nice. Asus Strix. Is that a laptop, wise man? Looks like a laptop. He made it look perfect. People were perfect, even the fiery amber liquid was perfect. What are Geordies? I think I get the joke, I just don't know who they are. That looks funny though, even if I don't get the full context. Automod is attacking day. You're the flavor of the week. The Renault sound is not Fmod compatible. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, Trishboom's T13 sounds are very good. The stock sounds. Hey Led, thanks for the well wishes. I can crash because there's... What is this thing in front of us anyway? Looks like some kind of emergency vehicle. It's a laptop. You loved it because you were single and didn't mind staying away. You started hating driving because of the other road users. Ah, I see. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. It's similar to like MP, right? You tend to like the concept, but in reality, the behavior of other people on the road can really make you lose interest over that thing you supposedly like. Laptop gaming. Rohan is very familiar with that. Well, in all fairness, it really depends on the laptop. It's not possible to make a blanket statement about it because like so many different specs. People from Newcastle. Ah, I see. Is it now? I see. If you were to go to Manila, oh yeah, definitely. Most of the people in Manila, in the Philippines, actually know how to speak English. It's like, I think I mentioned it last stream. It's our common language across the different parts of the Philippines because we have 7,107 islands, or did that increase now? And many of the main regions have their own dialects or languages. And the only common thing about us, even though we have a national language, not everyone knows that, but almost everyone knows English. So the unofficial national language is English. You're driving around with Fred Scania. Oh, nice. It's pretty gnarly. Possibilities are nearly endless. First truck, you don't feel like upgrading to a V8 right away. Oh, that's cool. That's perfect because I was just asking about it. What do you like about Fred Scania? Like if you compare it with the Scania by RJL. Historically racist background. Oh no. Can actually speed up now. Yeah, 7,107 islands in the Philippines. We are an archipelago. I think that's what they call it. Half the people in the US can't even speak English the right way. That's something that has a ring of truth into it. I guess that's because it's your native language. You don't study it as formally. Kind of just get used to it because of the environment. So some people have grammatical errors, typing errors and stuff, which is understandable. As opposed to us, like in the Philippines, it's like part of formal education. So we really get more familiar with the proper rules and stuff. You'll get mistaken for Filipino or even mainland Chinese. Well, you will be understood if you speak English there. They will not mistake you for a Filipino for sure once they hear you. But I'm not sure if Filipinos can distinguish between the English from someone from mainland China versus the English from a Singaporean. For me, of course, I can because I am exposed to how Singaporeans sound, and it's nice to distinguish. It's like very easy to distinguish the accents. But yeah, I'm not sure if that's a common thing. But then again, it might not be that important, not as important as you would think. Maybe. Island in a lake on an island. In a lake on an island in the Philippines. Yeah, I think pretty close. Seating position and the air placement are way better. And how it actually drives over a shot. Oh, I see. So even the way it feels is different. Nice. Do you remember how much it cost? Is it allowed to say the price? There are actually many regional dialects here. Then you throw in your own slang. Makes sense. Thanks for letting us know, Heat Squad. No problem. More than welcome in this community. Yeah, exactly. Land of the immigrants. Pimped out English. Automotive. Flavor of the week. The Native Americans would probably beg to differ. That's true. Not many of them around, I think, though, compared to the immigrants. Well, former immigrants. Yeah, Automod misses you. It's just its form of endearment. In the UK, distinguishable accents change every 25 miles. Nice. Hey, Hale. Welcome. Thanks for joining. If you prefer me to call you differently, just let me know. In Wales, accents change every village. Oh my goodness. Accents are very interesting, huh? Stronger braking. you're from Morocco. Oh, nice. Good to know. I am living in Singapore. All the way in Asia. Just saw the dog. I even forgot about him. Until, who was it? Is it Arianos? Called out Togo. Do you guys know what the native language, what the language of the Native Americans are? They probably didn't speak English, did they? Oh crap. That's a very sharp turn for a highway that has a very high speed limit. Is this SES roads now? It looks like it based on the sharp bends there. The bends were much smoother a while ago in Promods country. Hey Kelly, welcome back. How have you been? Did someone say tacos? Depends on which tribe. Ah, they had their own language. I see, I see. Wow, cool. Very diverse, I can imagine. Oh yes, I missed it. Thank you for repeating that. Can be bought on his Gumroad. It's 25 euros, and once you buy it, every update is free. Cool. I might get into it maybe once EVR sounds come out, just to give a different flair. Thank you. British English. Hey, Bananan. Interesting name. Most widely spoken is Navajo. That's the place, right? Sounds like a very familiar place. I guess the place is named after the language or the other way around. Oh my goodness, these bends. Get better soon, Kelly. Hoping for the best for you. I think this is Promods again. The signs look legit. Alright, OM, have a good night, have a great weekend. Catch you on YouTube. Oh, the heck was that? Oh, there was a car. Whoops. Blindside. That was a different sounding crash. Was that new? First time I heard that, and I should hear a lot of the crash sounds. Either English or not English. Alaska used to be part of Russia. Oh, did it? Was it? Truck drivers actually Twitch streams. I think so. Jay was telling there are a lot of them, although I don't encounter many. Maybe more in the European time zone. Oh, too fast. Didn't notice the speed limit change. That's weird. Probably because of that bend. Clumsy trucking at its finest. Purchased from Russia in the mid 1800s. Wow. Purchased, huh? Interesting. Oh no. Whew. These pins are not very civil. The Welsh accents, I probably won't be able to distinguish. 3 cents an acre. Yeah, I guess during those times country buying was very common practice. What happens if you hit and run? Well, if you hit someone, you will get a penalty. And if there's a cop nearby, you get an even higher penalty. Sometimes you get away with it though. It's not 100% the time that you get penalized. $7.2 million. Basically spare change nowadays for countries. Really vanilla part of the map. Yeah, with all those ugly bends. I would say so as well. Headlight mods. Well, this is part of Natural Lux as well, I think. It changes the flares. Not so sure what else it changes though. One sec guys, let me check the map, okay? So I'm thinking if we should sleep already. Where we are, very far a ways off. So we can sleep here. Dumfries. It is shorter. Yeah, the scale is 1:19. Let's get some gas as well. Some diesel more like. Yeah, the UK is 1:15. Very echoey in that gas station. Isle of Anglesey? Not familiar with that place. Where is that? Thanks, Alex. I will check it out. I might check out John Ruda's Scania T first though, because it's very different from what we have at the moment. Might save up for that first. Wasn't this mod leak sometime back? Not sure. But I won't go exploring for that anyway. Red Scania, definitely not this stream. It takes a while to set things up, coordinate with the modder. That will take hours, maybe days, and see everything's working. But yeah, hopefully in the future. It's an island off Wales. Ah, okay, I see. How about this one, guys? This one looks Promods. Never left South Africa. Well, hopefully. We're in England now. Did I just read that sign right? Ah, Promods indeed. Nice, I like that. Well, yeah, hopefully when this entire pandemic thing is over, flights start again and the economy goes back up, you can have a better chance of traveling. I've never been in South Africa though, somewhere I haven't been to. Yeah, traveling is amazing. Is this Promods? Why does it feel like vanilla? This bend, look at that bend. Do you have this in the UK really? It seems like a traffic hazard that sharp of a bend like that. Lane is cutting off as well. Although there were ample signs beforehand, the road markings changing. Too scared to travel to exotic places. Yeah. Well, maybe start with the more mainstream ones. Once you get used to traveling, then start researching about the more exotic ones for you. Looks like vanilla. Sure seems like it, huh? You can tell with the intersection. Oh yeah, that's a good point. The cutting off and stuff like that. 4 South African languages, wow. Alright, have a good night. Yar, blah. Alex has a lot to report to you. Glad you made it. Yeah, this junction, pretty old junction. This one. Oh, yeah, exactly. Cutting off. And no ample sign beforehand. Confirmed. Vanilla. Old school vanilla. Ah, so maybe like the Philippines, you have so many languages. But I guess some of the languages are pretty close to each other, huh? Like, even if you don't know it fully, you can understand some words or context. Yeah, VT log. They're working on nice. There was a time when it worked though, like the first application came through but the others didn't anymore. And let's hope that they come back. The applications pop up when the issue is fixed. Thanks for the info, blah. Yeah, vanilla. Some of them are so close to each other that people mix them. Makes sense. Yeah, it's the same in the Philippines. Some people have different languages technically, but they can almost understand each other. A lot of this stuff fixed. Yeah. Older version got released. Man, that sucks. But good thing you have a handle on it. AD, welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you? Now let's slow down here because I see that ugly bend up ahead. These are definitely not Team Reforma bends. Look at how sharp that is on a highway where you can go up to 97 kilometers per hour or 60 miles. Oh, actually it's not that bad, huh? It looked bad on the GPS, but it wasn't that bad here. Oh, okay. I take it back. Alex is really a he's just that good. Beep, whoop, whoop, beep. Fabi has started back at work as well now. Ah, okay. I see. Yikes. Yeah, he sure is. The fixes are still coming in. Props to you guys. Thanks for the work. The signs aren't realistic. Oh, aren't they? National speed limit is 70 in the UK. Oh, on the motorways. But for trucks, that's probably different, huh? Although I guess the signs should say the 70 instead of the truck speed limit. I guess that was a judgment call on SES's side. They can make it realistic but confusing to new players because they would see 90, but over the year they would only see, or 70, but here they would only see 60. Something like in California, you would see some signs say 65 miles, but then in your GPS it will only say 55. Hey Slider, glad you made it. Welcome back. Where have you been driving recently? Singapore 90 kilometers. Some of the highways are 100 though, aren't they? Or is it just the driver speeding? Maybe the Grab drivers are just speeding. Drive on the left side of the road. Just like in the UK. Nice. And I guess you have right-hand drive as well, huh? Not like this one. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh, nice. I watched the original one. The Korra one I didn't finish. It was not as good for me. Wow, that car was on my blind side. Didn't see him at all. That was probably the same distance the other car I crashed into a while ago. Just got done driving Promods in southern region. Oh, that's exactly what I'm doing now. From Iceland, Promods, to southern region somewhere. Will not be able to finish it today though, but we can try at least. Oh, that bend is sharp. Welcome back, Trumpster. That's the explanation. 90 for all expressways, but nobody follows it. I see. Makes sense now. Go 100 except 80 when near speed cameras. That's the behavior I see most of the time. Good to have you still here, Gamaste. Thanks for hanging out. $110 in Malaysia, but most people go like 120 or 130. I think in the US, didn't you guys tell me it's the same? No one really follows the speed limit to a T. They're always like a few miles above. 3,700 kilometers to go in 40 minutes. Good luck. This will be a long trip. Mostly 70 miles in the US. Most go for a 75 or more. It's just a guideline. until it isn't. Hey Jakey, welcome to the stream. Are you a trucking fan as well? Oof. Nasty accident there. 120 there. Guys do like 160. In the Philippines we have 100. Most people do 10 because of the traffic. Or maybe 5. No, in the actual expressways we can reach 100. It's just in the city roads, the city main roads, that it's like 2 to 10 is the average speed. No sense putting in speed limit signs. The speed limit is the bumper in front of you. You know those signs like, if you can read this, then you're too close, buddy. Something like that. Southeast Asia traffic is quite horrible. Oh, that's true. Developing countries and whatnot. Thailand has it really bad as well, although I think recently they have started improving, putting in a lot of highways. The last time we went there, I think there are so many additional ones. Got a bit envious. Malaysia has so many highways as well. All these, how do you say, interchanges. Starting to feel envious for the Philippines when I went through those roads. Singapore is the exception, yeah. The rules are pretty good here. The controls are pretty well in place to control the volume of cars on the road. Alright Kelly, get well soon. Hoping for the best for you. Stay safe and keep a positive attitude as much as possible. We're here for you. Malaysia is a bit like the US. Oh yeah, that's true. There are similarities. The new bit look, the VT log. I love the Discord posts by the bot. It's amazing. The website is okay. I'm just a bit confused at the layout at the moment. Like most of the things are at the top, right? The buttons. I still have to get used to it. Lots of potential there. Awesome stuff. Ooh. M6 corridor, motorway improvements. Something about until 2022. That's nice. I like that. Speed up here. Hey Sky. Congrats. Feels good, doesn't it? Welcome back, by the way. Very car-centric culture with massive highways, interchanges, and sprawling suburbs. Oh yeah, very accurate description. In that sense, very similar. The new bot look. Ah, okay, yes. Love it. Grey Mother Trucking Limited. Oh no. Speaking of creeds, oh my goodness. 1 pint down in the Clumsy household. We craved for ice cream yesterday. Couldn't help it. Finished the entire pint. I think that was a pint. I'm not sure. The Ben and Jerry's thing. It's a pint or a tub, or is that the same? This is beautiful. I love the winding highway and the multiple lanes. Bit confusing at first, but get used to it. Talk of changing things. Yeah. Cool. Yes. Thank you. Will do. I think there is a lot of space that can be used in the center of the page. Like right now, all of the buttons are at the top. I think something can be put on the left or in the center, but I'm not good at design though. So my inputs, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, that is beautiful. Massive motorway here. And there's a Clumsy trucker right there at the back. The trees really help, that's true. I'm actually surprised at Singapore because I initially thought, being how small a country it is, I initially expected just seeing like buildings, roads filled to the brim. But I am surprised every time I see a park, I see these reservoirs, I see this naturey side of Singapore. It's like, such amazing urban planning. And in such a small space, you still have those very natural sceneries. It's not just fill it with all the buildings you can find the space for. Once a video of a guy was filming himself doing 230, wow, on a super bike. Then he had an accident. Yikes. Goodness. Scary stuff. Why are you all slowing down, guys? Okay. Thanks, Jakey. Appreciate that. Glad you found me here on Twitch. They're from Melbourne. Ooh, nice. What time is it there? Plus, what, 2-3 hours from me? It's currently 10:30 over here, 10:30 a.m. Someone from down under. I was tempted to make my super accurate Australian accent, but I leave it out because I want to respect the accent and proper. I don't want to butcher it. A lot of green in the west, that's good. Bit over the speed limit here. There we go. Pulau Ubin. Oh, yes, I should. I have not explored Singapore as much as I would like. Have to do that more often. Once the lockdown lifts, for sure Mrs. Clumsy and I will love to go around. Maybe not fly in the immediate future, but at least explore Singapore more. Oh, back to vanilla country, looks like, with these super ugly interchanges. Carjacking ruins some areas, huh? No. I'm trying my best to hold it in. Minus 6 hours to get South Africa time. Nice. 12:30. Ooh, 2 hours indeed. Cool. Oh. I had no expectation at all that I was going to enjoy this truck simulator. It was farthest from my mind back then. But yeah, these things have an interesting way of creeping up on me. Are we passing by London? One sec, guys. Alright, Wax. Have a good night. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Catch you soon. Oh, we're passing by it, just the border. I think that's okay. You should get a glimpse of it at least. Hey, thanks for the follow, guys. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi and join us in chat. have a healthy discussion about food, about tequila. Maybe not tequila. Hey, good evening. Good evening, Joe. Yes, I read it right. Joe the bro. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Evening, does that mean you're from the US? I guess. Name kind of fits. Oh, I like this view. Southeast Asian Truck Simulator. And the scaling is like this? Yeah. The entire Singapore would be just one minor city. We'd cross over it in like 5 minutes. 5 seconds. 30 seconds. Sounds legit. When we went to Malaysia before via the... what was that? That coach? There are coach services like right crossing Singapore to Malaysia. We passed through all those highways. Rip! I think I slowed down in time. I never know when the transition is from the super like motorway speed to the slower one. It just changes on me. Am I not paying attention enough, or are there not enough signs? Here it's 80 again. Yeah, so when we were passing through those Malaysian highways, I saw a lot of 4 Series. Scania 4 Series. I loved it, because that's my favorite truck. M1. Notorious M1, from what I heard from you guys. Notorious with traffic, is it? Something like that. Ugly Junction. Yes, Raw X is part of my list. 2.6, the paid version, is what I have. Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, glad you made it. Ah, cool. Yeah, glad to have you here live. The timings aren't always the best for many of the folks. Yeah, like right now, the speed has come to 97 again. When does that happen? Signage is pretty bad. Mostly Japanese trucks. Yeah, I've seen a couple of Scania ones, a couple of European ones, but you're right. I think it's more predominantly the Japanese ones. But I've seen a couple of them because sometimes I go to the... my route to work passes by a port. I'm not sure which one it is, so lots of trucks going in and out. I see quite a lot of the European ones that we're familiar with, although it's not the big versions like this, it's the smaller variants because it's regional, right? Not the sleeper variants. So like instead of the TGX, it's the MAN TGS maybe. Instead of the Scania R, it's a Scania P, I think. But I don't think I've ever seen a next-gen Scania yet in the flesh. I know, right, Rohan? So good. The screenshots are so good. I hope it is optimized and reasonable. MAN and Volvos are very popular. MAN classics are everywhere. Makes sense, very close to Europe. Yes, that's the one, thanks. Yes. Scania PRG. Which one is the bigger one? Can't remember. Hey Jay! Day cab indeed. Glad you made it. How have you been? Alright, Gold. Have a good one. Thanks again for the resub. Appreciate it. Catch you soon. Maybe give it a couple of years and the next gen will be more apparent. Oh, but you've seen a lot of Scania RNG, I see. Nice. Yeah, the 747 is now part of the Alpha. The screenshots, the interior looks not that detailed yet, but it is a pretty good start. You like the Eurocabo overs over US standard semis and your American. I think some people feel the same way, interestingly enough. How about you, Alex? Is it more a mood kind of thing? Or still an American through and through at the end of the day? American taste. I would advise to get into X-Plane because you have a lot of learning to do. So by the time Microsoft Flight Sim gets out, you already know how to fly in general. And you can enjoy it more, because if you only start then, you'd be too busy fumbling around with the controls, getting familiar with the concepts to admire the scenery and admire the visuals and the beauty of it. So I would advise waiting for a Steam sale, maybe buying X-Plane and learning about it. You'll be hooked. Is the right lane? Looks like it. Right, left lane. Plain old American. Emphasis on old. More of a traditional taste. No wonder you love the classic XL so much. For me, I'm a bit more fickle-minded as always. Depends on my mood. Like a few weeks ago, I was full on American trucking. Now, European trucks are starting to get into my taste again. No, I never bought any of the X-Plane DLCs. I think they don't have much use. There is a lot of payware, but not the DLCs themselves. V8 echo sound. It's always a pleasure to hear. Really do like the European trucks too. Beautiful junction here. They're just so different. Nice. Oh yeah, evident by the amount of driving you do with those trucks. For those who just joined us, feel free to check out the YouTube link that Nightbot posted there. That's where I post all my videos, daily videos, focusing on trucking, flight sims, and other simulators. Oi, 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 oi. Oi! Look where you're driving! What the heck? Goodness, that was close. Tasty DAF 95. Oh, definitely. Yes. One of my favorites. Team Reforma makes ATS fun. Definitely agree there. Guy was Alex. Do you have any Filipino viewers? Not so many, unfortunately. It's actually quite sad. I guess there are two main reasons. Number one, trucking isn't very famous in our circles because Asian trucks, well, not Asian trucks, but trucks in the Philippines are very bad looking very dilapidated, so many people hate them. They're just hassles on the road. That's our general view on them, and that's also why I never expected to love this game. Oh, that's a clear speed limit that I ignored. But number 2 reason, and this is even sadder, is we are pretty much, we still have this ingrained colonial mentality. Even I have it, and I have to consciously push it out every time. Colonial mentality meaning everything that is outside the country is better than what we have, including our own accents. And given that I have a very strong Filipino accent, many Filipinos actually cringe at how I speak. And that's just, isn't that sad? Like how your own countrymen hate how you sound because you sound so local. But yeah, that's the reality of it. Wow. Nice ETOL thing there. I think first time I passed through that. Nice. Brake testing me, yeah. Alex being a troll. Yeah, just sad. That's why I think those 2 main reasons why I don't have many Filipino viewers. You have to consciously get away from that mentality, and I think it will take generations before that fully washes off. But we've just been under so much foreign rule that the brainwash has set in. Like for example, my dad is a great man, but he is very colonial minded because of his upbringing. So he loves everything that is US made, for example. And that is how majority of the Filipinos are. If you have a Filipino accent, that's like a deficiency, you know, which is sad, really sad. Because like if you have an accent, like if you're from France and you have a French accent, people would love it. If you have an English accent, people would love it. But yeah, harsh realities. We're passing by London. Yeah, just the outskirts of it. Enjoy, Rohan. Even Singapore has it? Oh, I see. I thought you guys are pretty hardcore about local pride. Take a British or American accent, whichever. Ah, yes. I think I've heard that a couple of times. Although some of them, to be fair, I guess is the result of like international schools, right? I think in IS, like the British accent is the more common kind of English that they teach, so the kids get exposed there. You can fake one pretty convincingly too. Oh, like I do? I have a perfect British accent. Right, Alex? Ooh, tunnel. Euro tunnel? Traffic Maniac Sports Car Pack. Yes, good thing you guys can distinguish the cars because I can't. I just look, ooh, that looks cool. Trucks are also quite unpopular in Singapore, I can imagine, with how skimpy, well, how not really skimpy, but how limited the roads are. And you even fill them up with trucks. But then again, on the other side, trucks are our heroes. Otherwise, the supply chain won't work and won't all have these fancy goods that we have delivered straight to our homes. I guess that's an E-toll as well, unless it's closed. Not sure if that was a bug, but I wasn't charged. Not complaining. Yeah, exactly, HUD. wiped clean. Our history was wiped out. Lots of lost culture there, replaced by foreign rule. We had a history teacher once who was focusing on that aspect. He was deviating from the common curriculum, because normally we would need to buy these history books and that's what we were going to study the entire term. But he was against all of that because he said that these books were filled with the colonial poison. So he had us throw them away. Well, he told us not to buy them in the first place. And he was giving us different articles instead. Articles that focus on the long lost culture of the Philippines. It's very interesting stuff. And which proves that we had culture even before the Spaniards came in. And I really believe that. Steam sale in a long time. Well, wasn't there a Steam sale a couple of weeks back? Either was that summer or like COVID-19 Steam sale, stay home Steam sale or something along those lines. Yeah, very small real estate space, not very friendly for cars and trucks. Free toll, not complaining. Can I overtake? Let's go and follow the speed limit. You can relate to the colonial mentality thing a lot. I didn't know it was a Singaporean thing as well. Oh, I see. Even the accent. How do you guys feel about your own accents? I know some people who don't like the Singaporean accent, but I love it. I think it's something to be proud of. The same goes for any accent that you own yourself. This one is for trucks, looks like. Calais. Oh, trains! Speaking of trains, guys, the Rail Valley overhaul. Expect a video on it this weekend, because I'm going to play it starting tomorrow, and hopefully I'll learn enough of it to record a decent video. Going to make a series on that. That is an amazingly shaping game. I tried it out a while ago. It's so much better than the original Derail Valley. Leaps and bounds better. It's like a different game altogether. And I'm only in the first like 30 minutes or so. So expect more of that. A reboot, an overhauled series. Yeah, that's a very cool teacher, definitely. So even if the class, the history class, mind you, was 7 a.m., 7 in the morning, I was happy to, well, not that happy, but I was willing to attend his class because of all those unique insights. Did I forget my engine again? You nailed it, Alex. Alex sure did guess that one. Don't really notice your accent. Just hate more how your voice sounds like. Yeah, that just takes some getting used to. It's not your accent. Everyone has that stage. I think I have more or less gotten over it, but in the beginning, definitely. And I would have to edit my videos, right? Review my videos, so I would need to hear my voice for minutes, hours on end. Yikes, cringy. But after a while you get used to it and you start enjoying your voice. Might be too narcissistic of me, but starting to get used to it. Overhead gates, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think we have some of those here even in ETS2, right? Definitely will not change your accent. Yeah. That's true. That's the way to go, in my opinion. Come on. Up. Yeah. I sure did, Rohan. Sure did. Carbon monoxide all across the train now. You have a fairly deep voice. Just surprises you sometimes because it's not deep in your head. I see, when you hear yourself, yeah. First time I heard myself, I was like, yuck, that's my voice. Demo installed. See you in 10 years, Rohan. Get absorbed into the world of aviation. Grey father. Remember to drive on the right. Thank you for the reminder. I almost forgot. Gurgly engine sound. I love those low RPMs. You don't like your French accent when you're speaking English. You try to raise it as much as you can. I love the French accent. Sometimes I can't understand, but I love how it sounds. But as always, as with everything else, it just takes getting used to. I have a colleague who is from Belgium, and I think she knows how to speak French, German, and I don't know if also Dutch, but her accent is more on the French side. Actually not sure. Can you differentiate if a person comes from Belgium or France? Assuming they're the French-speaking Belgian. Just based on the accent? Or does a French-speaking Belgian sound like a French-speaking French? Because like for example in Singapore, right? Singaporeans who speak Chinese, Mandarin, if they speak in English, it would be worlds apart from a mainland Chinese speaking Mandarin, speaking English. So their English is very different from each other. So I'm wondering if like different countries speaking the same language would sound different if they speak English. If any of that made sense. Everyone loves the French accent. Oh yeah. Cheaters. Pilot Wispy. Good luck. You'll need it. Clumsy French accent. Okay. What should I say? Put out a sentence. I'll put in my best French accent. Let's have Silver or HUD type in an easy French sentence for me. Make sure that's not saying anything bad, okay? Belgians have their accent, like Switzerland, Quebec. Oh, nice. Makes sense. It's like everything else, huh? That's so interesting to me. You speak the same language, but you sound so different. Well, I guess the language itself, you have your accent, even if it's that specific one. Oh my goodness. There are many English just in South Africa. Exactly. My English is very different from someone from Cebu. Yes. The Cebuanos, the people from Cebu, speak Bisaya. And they have this very hard, edgy point to them. That's how I could describe it. But yeah, we can definitely distinguish if someone is from those parts versus in Manila. How do I even pronounce that, Silver? Le Chon et dans la cuisine. Perfect. Perfect. Nailed it. I knew I could speak French. I knew I had it in me. Not bad. Oh my goodness. I should get paid for these things. But yeah, French absolutely makes no sense to me, especially the spelling and pronunciation. It's like there is no correlation between the two. You never know when something is silent or something is not. Forgot to clip. Ch makes a sh sound in French. So le chat. Le chat. Le chat. Has to be nasal, right? No, don't make me repeat it. I know it's punishment. Has a lot of silent letters. I think there are more silent letters than ones you pronounce. The final T is silent, le chat. Ah. How did you learn? Do you use an app, some formal education, is it part of school? I guess it only makes sense to learn a language if you're planning to use it. Otherwise you'd forget it anyway. Me first. Thank you. Your French is very silent. Yeah, I know that one because it's Bordeaux. That one for sure I know. Getting into wine territory. How about Merlot? Is that how you pronounce it? Because that's how the Americans pronounce it. But I don't think that's any authority in how you really pronounce these things. Bordeaux, Merlot, Pinot Noir. Si, senor. Might be a different language, but pretty close, geographically speaking. You initially used an app, then in secondary school you could learn it. Wow, cool. That's so cool. Is that something you choose, like an elective? I wish I took up a secondary language. Or a tertiary language, I should say. What? It's 11? Goodness. How far to go? You can finish this last 3,000 kilometers in 1 minute. Time's up. Alright guys, let us look for the nearest gas station and we'll end the stream there. Yeah, Spanish for me is much easier than French. Especially because we've been under Spanish rule for hundreds of years in the Philippines, so it's easy to... Some words are very familiar. Confusing pronunciation of... Oh yeah. Yes. I have no clue. Metz. Probably not. It's like the Polish Lodz, which is Łódź. Oh, there we go, Belgium. There we go. Okay, we stop here. Try to learn Danish. Oh, is it? I heard the hardest language to learn is Finnish. As in the language in Finland. Let's go and park here. Should be okay on here on the right side. Something like mess in English. Oh, like an exception to the rule? The English language has a lot of those. That's why a lot of non-English native English speakers have a lot of difficulty learning it. There we go. Awesome stuff, guys. You're still working in English. Getting there. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. Finnish. Alright guys, thank you for hanging out with me this entire 3 hours. And even though we were not able to finish the job, we'll get there. Just 3,000 left. Oh my goodness, that will take a long time. Goodness, okay. Alright, expect a lot more ETS episodes with this truck. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Alex, Rohan, and Jay for moderating, as always. And yeah, I'll catch you on Discord. Keep in touch. And bye-bye. Clumsy Trucking. See you soon. It's okay. Good luck, Rohan.